Hi everyone, this is my new fishing channel where I'm going to be looking at techniques that I've picked up whilst living here in the Mediterranean. This first video looks at the basics of squid fishing vertically from a boat. So let's have a look at the target species. During the summer months, squid stay in deeper water and move closer to the coast during autumn and winter months. The hours in which they're most active is usually sunrise and sunset. Squid are predators, so they search for any small fish that they can find, such as weaver fish, wrasse and small bream. The two main techniques that you use to catch squid in the Mediterranean is either trolling using a trolling lure or vertical fishing using small jigs, which are also known as turlutes. There are a variety of turlutes available, but I really like the range from DTD. They're manufactured in Europe and they make fantastic high quality squid jigs. Let's have a look at the rig. When rigging turlutes, it's almost like a string of feathers. You have a barrel swivel at the top. You then use a dropper loop to attach the turlutes, which allows them to swim freely. Finally, another barrel swivel at the bottom attached to a lighter line fluorocarbon, which then goes to your weight. This is so that if you ever get your weight stuck on any rocks or seaweed, the weight will detach, but you will be able to keep your turlutes. I use 12 kilo fluorocarbon, which might seem a little extreme, but you also have the chance of catching quite big octopus, squid and cuttlefish, so it's always better to be safe than sorry. So step 1, I take about 1 meter of fluorocarbon and attach it to the swivel. Then I take the turlutes and I attach them using the dropper loop, which I'll explain at the end of this video in a little diagram. Place the turloot on the line, then make a loop and then a second loop inside that loop. Then turn this second loop around the larger loop 5 times before passing the whole of the turloot through that loop to make a knot. You can then tighten or loosen this knot until you're happy with the length before pulling it to make a nice tidy knot. Repeat this process with the other turlutes before finishing off with your second swivel at the bottom. So here's the diagram of the dropper loop. And then for the final step, you just got to add the lighter line to the bottom, which attaches to your weight to make the rotten bottom attachment. Right, we're all ready to go. So personally I fish 2 rods. Here's the first one going down. It's important that when you hit the bottom you immediately wind up 3 times so that you don't get stuck on any weed or rock. So here's a screenshot I took from my echo sounder showing the bottom. You can see quite clearly my squid jigs underneath the boat, but you can also see on the far right hand side what looks like a squid coming up, or maybe even 2 squids coming up to have a little look at the turlutes. So that you can either put a bit of action into the rod, you can jig or even more aggressive actions, or you can just leave the rod in a rod rest. And to be honest with you, both techniques work well, but I usually find if the sea is quite still like it is in this video, it's always better to jig it a little bit to get a bit of attention. When squid fishing, the window of opportunity when you can fish is so small that once they are underneath the boat and you start to get your first hits, you've really got to take advantage of it and catch as many as possible in such a short space of time. Right, the sun's starting to go down. This is usually the best time to fish. Here's the first calamari, average size for this time of year, perfect for the table or live baiting. And the second calamari is on now. You can tell that there's a nice group of calamari underneath the boat, and it's now that you've really got to try and catch as many as possible before the shoal moves on. One really important point is once you do catch one, you need to clean your turlutes, because if there's a little bit of ink or a little bit of slime left on the turlutes, the calamari will not bite them again. So it's really important. I use a toothbrush, just an old toothbrush, nothing special, just to clean off all that slime and gunk and try and get as much ink off as possible. It's hard to see in this video, but there was a massive bait ball and tuna hitting the surface about 50 to 80 metres away from the boat. Amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed the first video. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, like and comment using the buttons underneath this video.